Hello art lovers, welcome back for another video. In this video, I would like to talk about how to prevent your color to become muddy. After so many people have asked me these questions, I have decided to make a video to focus on this topic. Even though there are many people already putting in this kind of information on YouTube or on social media, but I would like to share with you my conclusion and also my experience to help you preventing color getting muddy. First, let's get started from a brush. When you have brushes, sometimes you are not cleaning it really well. Some extra paint might stay onto your brush, and even you kind of put in some medium or kind of using the cleaner, tube or thinner to clean your brush, and still have some extra on top. Sometimes maybe even if you just paint on top of your canvas like that, it might still have something left behind. So in that case, if you are going to put some more paint on top, eventually it will become more muddy. So that's something that I have noticed. See, something like that. The sometimes even the medium too much appears on the brush. It can also break the connection, the bonding of the paint itself. So it will start looking something like that, as you can see. And now the next thing I would like to talk about, which is sometimes people would do some, let's say that I'm going to put in a little more brighter color, okay? Brighter color, but as you can see, my brush, I did not really clean it earlier. Now, I thought the brush is clean, but yet it's not. I'm using the cadmium red, really bright color, right? But if my brush is not clean enough, as you can see what happened, right? At the end of my brush, when I press down like this, can you see the color become mutated, right? Contaminated. So even I have used a really bright and intense color, but look at the result. So that also a way that your painting can be muddy. All right, next I'm going to use some really intense orange color. Can you see how bright that is? Actually, I would like to use a little more kind of a thinner to show you what happens if I use too much thinner. Okay, here is one example. Here is another example right here. It's bright orange actually, correct? So the next thing I'm going to do, which is I'm going to apply a different color. Maybe I'll apply a little more kind of a reddish color. By doing the area dapping on top of the area too many times, can you see the color also become muddy? Not as pure anymore, right? Because you are thinning the area no longer as thick with the paint. When the paint is not enough applying on top of the surface, it cannot hold on to the purity of the color. So as you can see, the color is become mixed and become more of a brownish color. And if I add a little bit more blue on top, it become even more so. See, become brown color now. So this is also one of the way that appear to become muddy. And I'm going to show you a way that how I would clean my brush just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use this paper towel right here. At the beginning, when I was painting on this area, and I have a lot of paint on top of my brush, correct? And then what I do usually, squeeze out the paint first, as much as I can first, like that. Squeeze it out as much as I can, and then dip into my oil or thinner, and then start squeezing out more. Dip into it more, and as you can see how easily the paint can come off from the brush. Now the brush is much cleaner, right? Still has a little bit left. I can easily just clean it out, and the effect will be much easier. I can do it one more time. Squeeze it out. Look at how much paint just come out. You don't need to stir it or use any kind of a you don't need to stir it in your cleaner container or the glass jar that you might have. A paint jar like this. Some people might already have this kind of a paint jar to clean the brush. So what I do, I don't have thinner or turpentine in there. What I use is, as you can see, actually, I'm going to show you a little bit. Tilt it to the angle that you can see. I use linseed oil inside, and also you can see the bottom. Okay, this after maybe 5 or 6 years of painting without cleaning the can. My can is still quite clean at the bottom. Some people, if they do cleaning like this way, right? What you do, which is press all the leftover paint onto the bottom, and also when you do it again, that means you are collecting all the paint that you had before onto the brush, even though that you think is clean, but still you're adding more dirty color onto your brush this way. And as you can see, my can, after so long, I just only adding oil into it, but not cleaning it, you still can see the bottom. So that's why one of the reasons that my painting can still be clean. Okay, when you are doing cleaning inside like that, stirring inside, actually you're hurting your brush at the same time you are hurting your color. So that's my own experience. It's not, I cannot say that's for everybody. That's my own experience. I changed this habit, and my painting became clean really quickly, really quickly. Now the next thing I would like to show you, which is how to applying color on top without making the color kind of dirty, right? This is a really thin layer. That's saying this is already a muddy color, but I can paint some cleaner color on top without making the area too dirty or too muddy. First thing first, if I'm only using one brush, that means I need to clean my brush. I'm gonna clean my brush and then apply more paint on top. Let's see how it looks. Now my brush is clean. I want to show you how I paint on top of this kind of a surface, still remain my paint clean. Simply, I add more paint onto my brush. As you can see, the color is not influenced by the underlayer of color. But if I'm doing too many times like this, okay, too many times, as you can see what happened. The underneath color is mixing with the upper layer color. Do you see the difference? Here is more of the yellow that I want to have. Here is something that is mixing with the background layer color. So to put more paint onto your brush, it also helps preventing the mixture from the background. Right, as you can see right in front of your eyes. Now the next thing I want to talk about, which is complementary colors. A lot of times you might have some really beautiful color on top. Once again, beautiful orange color. Right, quite bright. But sometimes we also paint more other colors on top. I'm going to use blue on top. Let's see how it looks like. Become more greenish, right? And I'm going to add a little more red onto it. As you can see, the color changing. If I'm doing too many colors on top, besides complementary color, when I'm adding more and more color on top and dapping at the same time, it will also become muddier. Okay, I have loaded up a lot of paint on my brush. Make sure that it has enough fat on it. Okay, so I'm going to just go on top without doing too much, just one brush strokes. Just like that. Can you see the color? Some of them, it come through, is mixing on top of my brush, but at the same time, the top layer is remain. So see, I put another brush on top. If I do more than once, you see what happened? 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, that's how the color being contaminated by the underneath color. The one that only applies once or twice, look at how much of contrast you can have. See, that's why sometimes people say, oh, my color, how come it becomes so muted, muddy? This is one of the reasons why, even though that you have loaded up your brush, but because your paint is already contaminated by the underneath color. So as you can see what happened. But at the same time, I would say don't look at the muddy color as your enemy. If you can use your muddy color well, actually it can also benefit you for your painting as well. So that way the more pure color become even stronger. So see, I'm just adding a little more here and there. Look at the color, keep changing, right? But become muddier and muddier. So that is something that throughout my painting experience and the result, that's something I would like to share with you since somebody is asking. So I decided to do one video regarding about the muddy color, and also I will do a short demo to do a painting and let you see how the pressure and also the brush mark can work on top of the canvas, and you can see the result and why that some of the people ask me how come my painting so many colors on top still remaining fresh. So these are some of the reasons that make the painting become muddy, and the reason why that you cannot always control your medium. It's just because the way of application that you apply on top of the canvas. I hope this helped, and the following video might also give you more insight. If you like the video, please click like, subscribe, and share with your friends. See you next time. Bye.